For better waters now the little bark of my indwelling powers raises her sails, and leaves behind that sea so cruel and dark. Now shall I sing that second kingdom given the soul of man, wherein to purge its guilt, and so grow worthy to ascend to heaven. Yours I am, sacred muses, to you I pray. Here let dead poetry rise once more to life, and here let sweet Calliope rise and play some fair accompaniment in that high strain, whose power the wretched Pierides once felt so terribly they dared not hope again. Sweet azure of the sapphire of the east was gathering on the serene horizon, its pure and perfect radiance a feast to my glad eyes, reborn to their delight as soon as I had passed from the dead air which had oppressed my soul and dimmed my sight. The planet whose sweet influences strengthens love was making all the east laugh with her rays, veiling the fishes which she swam above. I turned then to my right and set my mind on the other pole, and there I saw 4 stars unseen by mortals since the first mankind. The heavens seemed to revel in their light. O widowed northern hemisphere, bereft forever of the glory of that sight. As I broke off my gazing, my eyes veered a little to the left, to the other pole, from which by then the wane had disappeared. I saw nearby an ancient man, alone. His bearing filled me with such reverence, no father could ask more from his best son. His beard was long and touched with strands of white, as was his hair, of which 2 tresses fell over his breast. Rays of the holy light that fell from the 4 stars made his face glow with such a radiance that he looked to me as if he faced the sun, and standing so, he moved his venerable plumes and said, "Who are you, 2, who climb by the dark stream to escape the eternal prison of the dead? Who led you, or what served you as a light in your dark flight from the eternal valley, which lies forever blind in darkest night? Are the laws of the pit so broken, or is new counsel published in heaven, that the damned may wander unto my rocks from the abyss of hell?" At that my master laid his hands upon me, instructing me by word and touch and gesture to show my reverence in brow and knee. Then answered him, did he, "I do not come this way of my own will or powers. A heavenly lady sent me to this man's aid in his dark day. But since your will is to know more, my will cannot deny you. I will tell you truly why we have come and how. This man has still to see his final hour, though in the burning of his own madness he had drawn so near it his time was perilously short for turning. As I have told you, I was sent to show the way his soul must take for its salvation, and there is none but this by which I go. I have shown him the guilty people. Now I mean to lead him through the spirits in your keeping, to show him those whose suffering makes them clean. By what means I have led him to this strand to see and hear you takes too long to tell. From heaven is the power and the command. Now may his coming please you, for he goes to win his freedom, and how dear that is the man who gives his life for it best knows. You know it, who in that cause found sweet death in Utica, where you put off that flesh which shall rise radiant at the judgment seat. We do not break the laws. This man lives yet, and I am of that round not ruled by Minos, with your own Marcia, whose chaste eyes seem set in endless prayers to you. O blessed breast, to hold her yet your own, For love of her, grant us permission to pursue our quest across your 7 kingdoms. When I go back to her side, I shall bear thanks of you, if you will let me speak your name below." Marcia was so pleasing in my eyes, there on the other side, he answered then, that all she asked I did. Now that she lies beyond the evil river, no word or prayer of hers may move me. Such was the decree pronounced upon us when I rose from there. But if, as you have said, a heavenly dame orders your way, there is no need to flatter. You need but ask it of me in her name. Go, then, and lead this man, but first see to it that you bind a smooth green reed about his waist, and clean his face of all trace of the pit. For it would not be right that one with eyes still filmed by mist should go before the angel who guards the gate. He is from paradise. All round the wave-racked shoreline there below, reeds grow in the soft mud. Along that edge no foliage nor woody plant could grow. For what lives in that buffeting must bend. Do not come back this way. The rising sun will light an easier way you may ascend. With that he disappeared, and silently I rose and moved back till I faced my guide, my eyes upon him, waiting. He said to me, "Follow my steps, and let us turn again. Along this side there is a gentle slope that leads to the low boundaries of the plain." The dawn, in triumph, made the day breeze flee before its coming, so that from afar I recognized the trembling of the sea. We strode across that lonely plain like men who seek the road they strayed from, and who count the time lost till they find it once again. When we had reached a place along the way where the cool morning breeze shielded the dew against the first heat of the gathering day, with gentle graces my sweet master bent and laid both outspread palms upon the grass. Then I, being well aware of his intent, lifted my tear-stained cheeks to him, and there he made me clean, revealing my true color under the residues of hell's black air. We moved on then to the deserted strand, which never yet has seen upon its waters a man who found his way back to dry land. There, as it pleased another, he girded me, wonder of wonders. When he plucked a reed, another took its place there instantly. Arising from the humble stalk, he tore so that it grew exactly as before.